Night, and we are at episode 60 of the Sup'm Show. And I think somebody got some chairs to put up, chairs and tables. I pour my glass yet, but cheers to number 60.
Cheers to 60. Congratulations, guys. 60 shows.
60 shows. And as always, we have a lot of exciting things that we're going to be doing with the show in the future. But let's jump right on in it. This show is titled, Why? For goodness sake. Why do we buy expensive things? Why we out there spending all our money?
Who is
Every
we?
last
By definition, who are you referring to when you say we?
I know what side of the conversation I want to take yet. I was just telling Kent off air. It's a serious conversation, and one of us have to be ignorant. And if it's not going to be either one of you, then I'm going to have to defend the ignoramus of the populace, because there are a lot of which you have to say. You ain't spending all your money.
It depends.
How much this wrap cost? What you got on top of your head?
Ooh, I got a pack of 8 for $32.
That's too expensive, man.
I don't think so.
I don't know how much. I honestly don't know how much of a debate we could even have on that, though. Because I mean, come on, man.
No, but I'm saying she have on a white shirt and we can't see the bottom. She couldn't just rip the bottom part of the shirt off and wrap that around your head for free. Why are you wasting your money?
The elasticity is different. And it's a one-time purchase. Rewash, reuse.
All right, so that's the conversation. And of course, I did do a slight bit of research, and we already have Ans on the defense saying she is not the type to ball.
It depends.
Oh.
It depends.
Right. Okay, so let's start the conversation there. Just go from talk to transformation. Is it okay to buy expensive things? Yes or no to the panel? Yes or no?
Depends on what you're buying, guys.
No, it ain't no. It ain't. It's
okay,
not.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay, but I mean, I the reason why we having this conversation is because we're talking about making smarter decisions, and that's kind of why we're on this topic. So, for me, for example, I'm a shoe guy. I got like 60 pairs of shoes, which is not bad. It's not really bad.
They got 6. Hold on.
So I mean, that's not really bad.
Hold on. Let me see why you have 60 pair of shoes. Give me 1 second.
I think that's an average. I think that's an average number for guys.
But is that like an accumulation, maybe?
No, those are my current shoes because I give away shoes every couple of months. I give away a few pairs.
This why you have a bunch of shoes, because you need a shoe of every color, even the in between colors in the rainbow, son. Why do you have 60 pairs? This how much in this pack? This 36 colors right here, bro.
But I got like 2 pairs of jeans, maybe 3 pairs of jeans, 3.
So you only need 3 color shoes. What? How you matching 60 pair of shoes with 3 pants? Come on, man, make it make sense.
I think the shirts probably match it with the shoes, Dyson.
Okay, so you have 60 shirts.
I probably got
3
200
pants.
plus. I probably got 200 plus shirts.
Jeez.
I probably got about 200 shirts.
I guess it's balanced then.
Now that's accumulation. I don't
know what type of logarithm.
No. I'm talking about t-shirts and dress shirts, right? Some of those shirts I've collected over time. This shirt I wear, for example, every week you ask me to put a shirt on, it's for a reason, and I have something on it. Like this my brother's brand. You know what I mean? This my brother's brand, Bonafide, right? So I mean, I would never throw the shirt away. I'll never give it away.
Right.
You even wearing shoes now, Kent?
No.
Oh.
But I could.
Right.
I have the perfect shoes to go with the shirt.
I mean,
is it black with yellow trim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
I got yellow on black and black on yellow. So which one you want?
Let's hit shoes. What's your most expensive pair of shoes right now?
Oh, now I'm not one of those $6,000 pair of boot guys. I'm not one of those guys.
Oh, okay.
The most I was spending on shoes is $500, $550 or something like that. on some
What?
dress shoes, some handmade Italian shoes.
They speak Italian for $500.
Yeah,
That
and I
is
can
like
tell
Google.
you,
You'd be like, shoes.
I've
Tell
worn
me
those.
what
I've
time
worn
it
those like
is.
twice.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, and now, hey, okay. So let's get into the shoes, because the shoes is one of those big deals. A lot of people have this infatuation with shoes. Ans, you want to join the conversation now or later?
I mean, now it's fine. I don't spend more than $40 on a pair of shoes for me.
How many pairs of shoes you have?
Maybe I know less, maybe 20 or less.
Hmm.
And that's with like accumulation.
I didn't tell you we could kick you off this show because you abnormal.
What?
You you ain't making no sense. How you could be a woman and only have 20 shoes?
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
My
Yeah,
five year
I actually
my
have
four
more.
year
And
old
I
have
that's
actually
more than
have
and
20
that's
more
pairs
being
of
shoes.
shoes.
extreme. That's like maxing out because the actual number of shoes that I wear is maybe 5 pairs.
And you're not spending more than $40 on it. You don't have a pair of shoes in your closet that's more than $40.
I don't have a pair of shoes in my closet that's more than $38.99.
No, but
So
women's shoes are different too, though.
I agree.
They could get
they
some
are.
nice. They could get nice shoes for $20. Like you can't find nice men's shoes
True.
for $20,
Okay,
man.
let's talk about cost. Let's talk
Okay.
about cost now. So if it's not shoes, what you spending money on, Ants? This is just before we go back to the shoes conversation.
Okay, so things I'll spend money on. Good food, I'll spend money on. Getting my hair done, I'll spend money on.
Pause. Let's come back to that. Back to shoes now, because that here thing is a very interesting conversation. Um, why? Okay, I can right now. I'm looking into buying some winter shoes, and I'm to understand that if I cheap out on the winter shoes, my toes could fall off.
Yeah, don't skimp on the winter shoes.
So there's the matter of quality. And speaking about quality,
And the one and only, the most quality anything in the world just drop in the building. You already know how it is. The
Dun,
show was
dun,
not
dun.
completed yet. Yours truly was here. I'm here. You guys can carry on. Let's go. Quality.
quality, right?
Quality.
Oh yeah, but we got the spotlight on Kent with these $500 pair of shoes.
Mhm.
What's
Oh, okay.
your reason for spending $500 on these pair of shoes?
That's
What
that's
you
is
wore
one.
2 times.
That was a one-off. That was a one-off.
yeah?
That was a
When?
one-off.
How long ago it was?
Yesterday.
No, but that's about 4 years ago.
Okay, were you celebrating something?
No,
Okay, were they on sale?
no,
When was the last time you wore them?
about 2 years ago.
Where did you wear them?
My aunt's 3 years ago. My aunt's funeral.
Okay. All right. So they are, and okay. So and that's a very good. That's my condolences, but that's a very good point to stick on as to one of the reasons why I find or I've been able to decipher or let me say accept why people buy expensive things, and it's for
It's
comfort.
60. It's not 100. It's 60.
What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm missing some. Oh, okay. I see what's happening.
I'm being misquoted here. I'm pretty sure it's 60 pairs. About 60. It's not 100. It's not 100. It's about 60.
It's okay. We can do the count. We can put that in the comments a little later on in the show. So one of the reasons why people buy. Go ahead.
So sentiment. I mean, I didn't buy them for a sentimental reason, but I knew that they would be for special occasions, right? Very special occasions. So yes,
Yeah,
I would
and
spend that kind of money, but not regularly though. My average cost of shoes maybe is $79 to $90, something like that. Once in a while, 150. Like I bought some Cole Haans for 179. So I mean, I would spend that much money on shoes. You know what I mean?
You know I know,
me-
right? You know I
Yeah.
know. Stop.
Yeah, let me let deal with the
Let,
situation. What's happening, boy?
let the star of the show get the spotlight. Let's go. What's the question? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, we be talking about shoes here, and I was just going about to just jump on. I would defend Dr. Bazard and
By the
wearing
way,
a
before we go any further, in case y'all didn't know, Dyson night, it was my birthday, November 3rd.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Ants.
You're
But
welcome.
it's so gracious to hear happy birthday from Ants. That's great. Saying that she's a new member of the show and she said happy birthday. Now that boy below you, Dyson night, that's I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, the boy above you now, you switch it. The boy above you. The boy
on
decided it.
behalf of the management and staff of the Sup'm show,
Show your
and
love.
every other show out here
Show
in
your
the
love.
entire world, including the alien show on Pluto,
Show your love.
we
Yeah,
like to wish one
Show
and
your
the
love.
entire Wood
Give
Floyd
it,
posse
give it to me.
a happy,
I'll take it.
happy birthday. And I talk in Stevie
Ah,
Wonder style. Happy birthday to you.
that's what I
Yeah.
want.
Well, you get a
Sounds good.
song too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
Like,
Now,
y'all know he was gonna pass out if you didn't tell him happy birthday, right? Like he would have
damn
passed out.
right, boy. Damn right.
Back to expensive things, y'all. I was saying studies have shown that buying expensive things actually makes people feel better. Wearing expensive things actually makes people feel better.
Yeah.
So if you go into something like a funeral and you put on a really nice pair of shoes, that may be a part of what kind of holds you together during such emotional time, which is why a lot of times when kids them be going through man problems, they spend a lot of money on their hair.
Yeah. No. You know what they
But
normally do, Dyson? They normally cut
talk
their
to me.
hair off.
That is true, but
They normally cut their hair off.
that's
No,
a
I
barber
cut-
situation too.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I always say that. Say, what happened?
No, I've cut my hair at least 5 times.
Oh, you
Cut it
went through it
all off,
5 times,
started
and you
again.
went through it five
And
times
it had
over.
nothing to do. It had nothing to do with man problems. I
K-Mac,
tried.
when K-Mac, hey, them
It
5 times
had
when
nothing to
K-Mac walk
do
out,
with my.
she cut
It
her hair.
had everything to do with changing it up. I had locks for a while, grew those out, cut it off, wanted a pixie cut, relaxed it, did that, cut it off, grew it back out. But I mean,
Yeah,
hair
whatever.
costs money.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's
hair upkeep can
let's
cost a
talk
lot of
about
money for women.
Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about how you cut it off when you tell
Why is
K-Mac
it
no
that?
cheesecake factory. You cut it
And
off.
I have to ask. I guess Hans knows this answer more than us, but I remember a special by Chris Rock one time when he's talking about black women and their hair. Remember that special he had on HBO? And
I
I was
believe
wondering,
I can recall that.
what was it called?
I can't remember. I'll Google it
I
while
know
you
what
talk
you
about
mean
it.
though, because
Yeah,
he looked at hair all over the world and all
and
this.
even though he have he's have deep meanings behind his stuff, just like Dave Chappelle. He's have deep meanings behind his comedy, right? And the point that he was getting at was that the black community, males and females, but more so the females, spends billions and billions of dollars annually on just hair care and hair products alone. And most of that money is put towards trying to change how our hair looks, straighten it, right?
Well, go ahead.
So my thing is, and I almost want to augment our question a little bit. Why do us black folk feel like we need to spend money to validate ourselves? Why do we feel like
So
we have
are we
to have?
asking about hair or just
Well, let's start with here.
validation
Let's
period?
start with here. Let's start with here.
Okay. So for hair care, first of all, we should ask, why is it that hair care products for black women cost more? If you want quality hair products that have really good slip and moisturize our natural hair better, you are gonna spend much more money than getting the basic shampoo and conditioner that white people could just buy and it works fine for their hair. Caucasian hair, Asian hair, hair that's not as kinky as black hair.
JP's here.
Is it demand?
Is it what?
Demand.
Absolutely. I mean, because if the hair isn't moisturized properly, it's not, first of all, it's not going to grow. It's not going to retain length. It's not going to be healthy. And then on top of that, along with Black women's hair, our hair is actually more sensitive. So our hair thrives and grows more when it's in protective styling. Protective styling could mean it's braided down and there's a wig worn on top. And the wig isn't there because, oh, we want straight hair. It's there to preserve our hair. Instead of putting heat to straighten our hair, we can put it on hair that's not
I've
real.
never heard that
I've
before in my life.
never heard that in
I've
my life.
never
Do
heard that.
tell, Ants. Do
Please, I
tell.
hope there are
I've
some women
never
here
heard that.
today
Never.
that can
Hold on.
listen.
Hold
I
on.
can guarantee you, and if you guys don't believe me, if you are not on your phone for this, Google protective styles for Black female hair. It is braids, wigs, weaves,
No, but
anything
braids
where
have been shown to reduce the hairline and pull out the follicles and things like that.
braids that are done incorrectly and too
Protective
tight.
hair
Braids
style.
that are done too tight or not done correctly can pull
Okay,
out
wait.
a female's
Hold
hair
on, hold on.
or
Let's
glue.
hold on. Because we going on that hair topic is a whole topic by
That's
itself.
a
And
whole show.
I would love to bite into that. Right?
That's
But
a
let me
whole
just
show.
ask the question. How much money are you spending on your hair?
Okay, so right now I cut my hair again last year. So now I'm on a journey of
Must be going through
growing
it.
it all the back all the way out. So typically, rudeness, you could just pause while I'm speaking. Thank you very much. But
She me and him, y'all. She me and him.
Came out me threatened that divorce, boy. She was like, "What? I cut this hair."
so, threaten what?
Nothing. Right? Go ahead.
Don't
Go ahead.
mind him. How
Go ahead.
much money you
Please
spending on
continue.
your hair?
So every 2 months, I would say I pay. I would say I spend an average of maybe $150 to $200 every 2 months because
Jeez.
I've just been wearing my hair braided for the last year.
150
to 200 every
to
2 months.
200
Yes.
That's not
every
the usual
2
though.
months.
Yes.
So yeah, so if we already understand that Anne's different. So if we
Oh, Lord
multiply that by normal female numbers,
There are
that,
women who spend that weekly, bro. We know that. We women who
Yeah.
spend hundreds of dollars weekly on their hair.
on hair?
Yes. At least 60 to $120 to $150 a week.
is
on
that
their hair.
incorrect? Is that incorrect?
I don't know.
Ask any hairdresser.
Your friends. Tell me your friends. You know any friends who spending that?
So no, Debbie does her own braids. Ari doesn't wear anything extra.
She got a low haircut, right?
No,
All right,
she
so
doesn't. She's Puerto Rican and she has long wavy hair.
Okay, so let's say $200 every 2 months, and if
That's
we
not bad.
if we put that on
That's
an
not bad.
average, that's not bad, because men spend, and they go to the barber and they spend what, $40 now, cut and shave.
Wow.
I shave
$15.
myself, so I don't go to the barber.
No, they're doing that every week though, so it's like that's like $200 a month.
I spend $15.
I shave myself. I smell nothing.
And I cut and shave my husband, so he doesn't go to the barber.
Yeah, Dyson.
I spend $15 a week. If it's one thing the barbers always had cheaper, was barbers, that's for sure.
Okay,
And,
so that's
and braiders, because these people over here charge an arm and a leg for some braids versus the prices they charge back home.
All right. So now let's talk about you. You ain't tell me what's your expensive habit one before we get into why we deeper into why we spend this money.
Indulge in.
Well, I could have swear Dyson say one. That's not. I thought it was two ones in here for a second.
Oh no, but I was talking
No,
to you.
I cough. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just echoing, Dyson.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm a big spend on electronics, bro.
Oh.
Electronics.
Well, what type?
All type.
Just
Big
gadgets.
screen, big screen TV, PPS5, phones. Yeah,
Okay. Why?
that's just what I like. Simple.
It makes you feel
That's what I
good.
like. Huh?
Okay. So let's talk about Okay, so we got that off. I don't spend plenty money on anything. I cheap all around. Like I like a balanced cheap, right?
You like Mr. Krabs.
But my thing is no, I even cheaper that. I was gonna say if the kids need something, I'll buy it for them. I am still gonna try to find the most cost effective way to buy whatever that is that they need.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think so, but I spend a lot of money. But I have the most I well I have about y'all know I got a lot of children. So spend a lot of money. I have to
Have
be
to be
cheap.
wise. Yes.
Got to be cheap. So, so, so the psychology now that people buy expensive things or wear expensive things to make them feel good. Let's talk about with this hair products, and also the electronics. Let's talk about price versus value, price versus
Mhm.
quality, right?
Mhm.
So you would say one that you get these things
Yeah.
because that's what you like, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And for those of you that don't know, I can let the man speak for himself. I'll put him on, just ask him the question. Are you going to spend money you don't have on gadgets?
If I'm going to spend money that I don't have,
On gadgets.
no, absolutely not.
And that's
Um,
mhm.
the majority of the time, if you see me spending money on stuff I just want, that's from a whole different bank account. That's from, my investment accounts. Yeah, that has nothing to do with my actual account that I have to pay bills from.
The actual
That's
account
just a side.
that your
That's just a
wife
side account for whatever I want to do for. Yep,
that your wife know
absolutely.
about. You spend that from the
Yeah,
account she don't know
it's an
about.
it's an investment account. We don't have no joint account, so yeah, that ain't
So
happening.
hold on. Now the investment account buys you
That's
uh
the topic.
60-inch television. That's what you're saying.
60. That's too
75,
small, bro.
sorry. 75.
Yeah. Now you talking. Yeah.
What you want to do? Walk in it?
Yes. I want to walk through it.
You want the water spray up when you watching the ocean movies? You want to get
And
splashed
that,
with
and,
the
that, and, that,
sprays?
and that ain't just one. That's one in the living room and one in the bedroom.
Well, I understand the big screen TV, so I can't even say.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
you have okay. All right. Let's talk about we're talking about price versus quality. Now there's a 65-inch television that's an
75.
HD.
75.
Sorry,
75.
there's
75. Get it right, Jason.
okay, apologize. There's a
Ken
75
knows.
inch
Ken
television.
knows what I'm talking about. He know. He know. All right then. See, he knows.
So
He
all of
knows.
y'all
We
running,
talk this all
all
the
of
time.
y'all walking home,
Yeah,
all of y'all
buddy,
walking
walking
home.
home.
No, all of y'all driving. Oh Lord, all of y'all driving home.
All right, what to
Jesus,
say?
all of y'all driving home
Yeah.
to sit down in front of a wall of a TV, a wall screen.
Yes.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
With a
Yes.
surround sound.
Yep. With the
Yes.
surround
Okay,
sound, of
okay,
course.
okay. All right, let's move
OLED
on.
TV too. Then we don't want. I don't want no regular old LCD. This got to be an OLED TV where the blacks are blacks and the colorful is just colorful and yeah, and it got to be 60 hertz or more and 100. Yeah, all of that, bro. All the bells and whistles. I said, hello. All the bells and whistles are here. All the
Let's talk
bells and
about
whistles are here. The TV has to
let's
match.
let's talk about the psychology of that then. Buying the
So
big
that,
screen TV, and I could understand that it's really cool to have a big screen TV. But let's talk about the psychology of it. Do you think that there's anything about purchasing an expensive gadget that you do not for the sake of enjoying the technology or the advancement in technology, but you do it for a sense of comfort, like with the shoes? Is there, or there are some people who grew up, you hear these stories all the time. When I was a boy, we didn't have TV. We used to have to look through the neighbor window,
Mhm.
right? So
Sad story.
yeah, I know some people. I know some people like that. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
sad.
mean,
I do believe that's why a lot of people choose to spend
Sad.
more on things. It's because of the lack of
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
didn't have.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
then when
Agreed.
they're in a position when they could afford it, they choose
They
to
go all
buy
out.
what they wanted,
Mm-hmm.
what they always wanted. Hmm.
Now,
here's
Tyson, I ain't gonna lie, right? Some of my purchase I regret now. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna sit and say everything I purchased it was what I thought it was. Like I buy a lot of electronics where I was like, damn, this is that. Use it like twice and never touch it again.
let's talk about that. Because that points to the psychology that I'm really. Oh, you know what? I think I was supposed to send this link to somebody. Now that we mentioned it, let me do that now. Yeah, like when you spend the money and realize that it's money that you didn't have to spend. What drove you to make the purchase to begin with? Do you think it was just
All right. I
habit
could
or?
no. I could specifically remember what it was too. Y'all remember when Oculus came out with
Virtual reality.
the virtual reality thing? I'm
Mhm.
talking about
Mhm.
the good ones, not the bullshit ass ones from Stop and Shop and shit. All right, the good ones in
Yeah.
Best
Mhm.
Buy. I could remember I was just walking around in Best Buy, just browsing, which I don't do that no more because every time I browse, I tend to spend.
Mhm.
And I walked past and it just came out now. So I was like, damn, that look cool, eh? I said, yeah, give me two of those. Well, at the time it was coming out, they was $4.99 a piece. So
Why'd you
I was
need
like,
two?
huh?
Why'd you think that you needed two?
Because I bought one for me and I bought one for my wife,
Okay.
right? So when I got home, it was cool. We all, because you could watch movies and go in your own world and stupid shit like that.
Mhm.
So, bro, me and her literally used that about twice. I even go on front. And I had it right up in the closet, in the box, still smelled brand new. Ain't even got my sweat on it. Still there. And that's one of my buying regrets. And every time I try to sell it and get rid of it, she's like, no, we can sell you. I said, no, I get rid of all two of them. Straight up. But
Ah,
yeah, a lot of regrets. Phones too.
That's true.
I buy a lot of phones and I'd be like, you know what? The flip, the fold, I bought all them Kindles. And somehow along the line, like, then I've settled it and regret. So,
how did you feel? Okay, two things. How do you feel having the latest gadget, using the latest gadget amongst your friends?
but you know what though? How I am, right? Um, all of my friends, I kind of weird when it comes to stuff, bro. I like to be the one that has something different. I don't really go with everybody else
Right,
is doing.
right.
Everybody is saying my iPhone. I'm Samsung, bro. Like I'm different, bro. So for me, I didn't even want to hang around people like that who just all sheeps and go that way. Like that's just not my thing, bro. Ken will tell you that too.
Like
Like it's
buying
no
expensive
comparison.
things,
I'm not trying to bring. I'm not trying to pull nothing out for bragging purposes.
right?
Because 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't even know I have it. Because I don't. I just buy it for me
Right.
So
personally.
I
So
got
like,
a question. What would you
What's that?
guys say is the last big purchase that you made?
I know what mine is.
What?
School fees.
Whew.
uh,
Yeah.
what do you mean
Mine.
big? What do we mean by big purchase? Like something we spent a lot of money on that we didn't need. That's what
No,
you
no,
mean.
no. Just what was your last
It's
big purchase
overall.
that wasn't something that was a necessity, but something that you wanted? Like
I
for
bought a. ve-
me, the
I bought a
last big.
vehicle.
You bought what?
I bought a vehicle.
Okay. So that
Did
Yeah.
wasn't
you?
needed. You just wanted
No, I
that.
didn't. I didn't need it. It was a good price. I just bought it.
Okay. All right. What
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah, I
vehicle did
told
you
you
get?
about it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I didn't need it. I just buy it. I was at a client's house, and I saw it, and it was in good condition. And I say, "Hey, would you?" And it's like, "Sure," and I bought it.
Why?
Okay. Right. Why?
I said, "Leave me alone, but
That's the question. Why?
I'm trying to bring people from talk to transformation.
What
You
was
on
the
here telling these
purpose?
people you gone to somebody's house, saw that the car was in good
it's
condition,
not
so
a
you
car,
buy it.
sir. It's an SUV. It's not a car.
It's not even a car.
No,
So you can't even say it's like a midlife
no,
midlife crisis
no, no, no,
red
no, no, no,
Corvette
no.
with the
It was
truck
a
with
good.
the.
It was in good condition. It was garage kept, and I bought it.
Let me talk to somebody who has been very impulsive about car shopping himself.
And he laughing like he don't do the same thing.
He ain't saying much.
For
He
me,
only
for me
hiding
though,
behind this 100 shoes.
for me though. And let's leave the shoes alone for a second.
Even
For
brake
me,
shoes.
I bought shoes that I didn't need. That is absolutely true. But I don't call it a big spend. My last big spend, I would say. So I have my day-to-day car, and then I have my special occasion car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my
Oh,
G35. I
tell him
changed. I bought some candy. I bought some candy red rims.
what?
Shoes.
Um, yeah, they
More
Yeah,
shoes.
shoes.
still,
They
hey,
shoes
still
for my
More
shoes,
car.
shoes.
still
They
shoes for the
shoes for my
car.
car. They should
Yeah.
just went up for no reason. I
No,
really did not need to buy them. I didn't need
no.
them. I didn't need to buy them at all. They cost me about $3,000,
Y'all
and I did
embarrassing.
not.
I am so cheap.
Y'all
I
are
did not
embarrassing.
need them. I did not. And guess what? When I got them here and I put them on the car, I was like, you know what? I don't really like these,
I don't even like
Oh my gosh.
But I put them. But I put no, like they grew on me. I like them now. Like
Yeah.
after looking at it, and you know, when you change the rims, the car has to settle. So
Yeah.
it took a few months for the car to settle, and when it settled properly, and now I'm looking at it, and I was like, okay, it looks right. But I didn't like it at first. When I first put them on, I was like, nah, I didn't like it.
The last big purchase, what I consider to be a big purchase, was a full body zero gravity massage chair.
What?
And even though that's something I knew I wanted, it took me like 3 months to commit to buy it.
How much?
What?
It was $16.99.
Okay. Cool.
It was
Why?
$16.99.
Was it
Why?
worth it?
Oh my God, yes, it was worth it. And I use it all the time.
Hey, Mac, watch out.
All right. So let's talk about
Wait, so not,
Lord
but
have
he
mercy.
uses it too. He uses it too.
Hands, watch out.
So the purpose, and when I say why, I'm trying to beat down on anyone for spending money on something that they either need or even want, or feel as though it would brighten their day. Every day they come home and can sit in this massage chair and feel as though, yeah, this is what I work hard for, so I can afford to do these type of things for myself. I totally get it, but I want to understand, or I would like to share that mentality, with the viewers, to say, when you do buy expensive things, that you should buy expensive things for a reason. I don't know why the young man gone and buy an SUV if he know he already had a car, didn't need one.
I had an SUV already. Like I had an SUV. I
You
had a
embarrassing one.
He
You are
making
I
it
had
work.
an
He making it
embarrassing.
SUV.
work.
My old SUV was a Jeep, and I bought another SUV.
Did you sell it?
Yes.
Okay, so you sell the old one.
Yes.
Okay, all
Does it
right. So
make sense now?
you change cars.
But I'm looking for something else stuff right now. So
All right. So like I'm saying, that there's a reason. Like there's a reason. Let's talk about these reasons why people buy expensive things, so we have an understanding of why y'all buy expensive things.
I got a deep one for you.
Yeah,
I got a
Bust
deep
it.
reason for you.
Bust it.
Now, I don't know if y'all two movies, and it just so happened that these two movies were starring Denzel Washington. All right.
Mhm.
First movie is Malcolm X. You remember Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Remember in the beginning of that movie when him and the guy was walking down the street, they had just gotten some money, and they was wearing the brightly colored suit and stuff, and they was doing that walk down the street, and
Yeah.
everybody was watching them and stuff. Remember that? And then
Yeah.
the police still call them the N-word and all that stuff. And then
Yeah.
you remember American Gangster,
Yep.
where he was talking to his cousin or nephew or something, and he said the one who wears the clown suit gets the most attention,
Yes.
right? So
Mhm.
what I've found, and this is from what he said later on in the Malcolm X movie, and I believe this to be very true, is that because of where we came from as a people,
Yes.
when we do get money to spend, we tend to go way overboard because of either where we've come from or where we've seen our people come from,
Mhm.
and we have a desire, whether we realize it or not, whether it's deep down or whether it's or whether we wear it across our forehead. We have this desire to feel like we're on par or we're above somebody else and on par with you know that group of people who we used to look up to and be like, I want to be like them. So when we get to that point, you want to be like, hey, I've arrived now. I've got to
Right.
prove you. I have to prove to you that I've arrived. I can't be wearing the same T-shirt. I got to wear the $500 shoes. I gotta buy a truck for no reason. You know what I mean? I gotta buy, I
I
gotta
will
buy,
say,
I gotta buy a chair and let it collect dust in my house. So, so,
She is sitting in it now.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, take shots, Ken.
so no, but I'm saying, we buy these things a lot of time, and we spend money on this stuff instead of doing what we should do with it, because those people who we look up to as being in that a higher position, they got there by doing smart things with their money,
Yeah.
right? But what
Yeah.
we tend to do first is we tend to do dumb stuff with our money first,
Yeah.
and I think that's what Dyson going to,
And I feel
Yeah.
you
like they
know.
know just how to get us too.
Oh
Because
yeah, oh
Mhm.
yeah, oh yeah,
several times I've gone into a store and I'd be directed to the sales items without asking.
yeah,
Yep.
Oh, the
Yep.
stuff like, and it's like, who said I was here looking for sales items?
Yep.
You know, and it almost makes you, even if you went there to browse, it almost makes you want to flex a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, but instead, you just kind of walk out. But it's almost like, okay, they automatically assume that because you're brown, that you can't afford the regular price stuff.
yeah.
So
Let me.
hey, so right you say that because when I went to Best Buy to purchase a TV, right? Um, the goofy ass sales representative or whatever, he stays showing me these little 45-inch and 55-inch, and can't no, we don't do that.
Hmm.
And he was like, well, and I was like, so what about this one on the wall right here? Like, he was like, because they have like one in the middle, one to the left, and one
Right.
to the right. So I was
Okay.
like, what about this one on the wall? Now the one in the middle is the biggest, the one to either side are the smallest. And he still was saying, oh, you mean the one to the left? I was like, no, the one in the middle. He was like, oh, well, that one there, we have special financing for that.
Yep, there it is.
What, mother effer?
There it is.
And I tell him, hey, you know what? I want the one in the middle with the sound bar. Wrap that up. And he was like, how you paying? Cash, nigga? Wrap that up. Let's go. I
Yep.
did take it back. I take it back in two
See?
days, though, because I'm going to say, hold on. It wasn't what I thought it was. I swear. But hold on. That was LG. I took that back for Sony. So
Dyson, do
yeah,
you have
you know,
your phone on hand?
Yes, I do.
There was this YouTube video that I saw, and it's a very outdated video where I think the title was How to Attract the Negro or How to
Wow.
Get the Negro or someone.
Yeah.
And like they have step-by-step instruction of, well, the
yeah.
Negro wants to feel like they fit in, so they want show them
It's
the
an old video,
expensive
right?
stuff. It's an old video,
I
like black
watched
and
it. Yeah,
white.
I saw it before. I saw it.
Yeah.
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 And
Hmm.
I
Okay.
saw that and I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah.
How to
Incredible.
attract. Yeah.
That's
Well, I,
incredible.
I wanted to point out. I wanted to point out that just people need to understand that there's a science to everything. And Google is a great example of it. A lot of times at least I would say 5, 6, 10 years ago, even. I would say 10 years ago. Anyway, for however long you can remember saying this for the first time. I believe, I believe my phone is be listening to me,
Oh yeah.
Because when I
Oh yeah.
mention something, when I open my phone and I go to Google, all I can see is ads for what I was just talking about.
Yeah, man.
Or
Yeah.
on your Instagram, it all pops up.
I want y'all to know that the world is spending $297.5 million per year on marketing. Marketing, telling people, ways of telling people that is a product that they should buy. They spending $297 million a year. And that's not including the research into which methods actually work. When you walk into a store, it's not by chance that they have certain things right in front of you as you walk through the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You go into a Walmart, they have things placed that you could buy before you actually walk through the security bar. You
Right,
Yep.
understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Some
Hmm.
right.
some and some stores push those deals out all the way to the front to make sure that you make and they keep giving you deals and deals and deals until you make your way all the way through the entire flipping store. You didn't
And
see everything.
and then wait until Black Friday comes.
Oh heck
They're
yeah.
about to hike up the prices.
so
and
they can
I
then
stash.
don't.
make
You,
them
you guys,
appear to be.
you guys do Black Friday?
I don't.
Me neither. I don't have the patience for it.
I don't do
Well,
Black Friday. I don't do Cyber Monday. I don't do any of that. I purchase when
Yeah,
I need to purchase, and that's it.
so I mean, we just browse into it because time is flying. I know this is going to be a big topic, and the point of the conversation is that you have to be smart with your money. And I think Ken had said that before. If you're not smart with giving people your money, people are going to be smart, very smart, with taking your money.
absolutely.
I mean, look, the formula for staying broke is very easy. It's a very easy formula, right? All you have to do is spend money on things that don't bring you any return. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the guy said, "Listen, what you should try to do, everything you spend money on, try to own a part of that business. So the next Cole Haan shoes that I buy, I need to buy one or two, even if it's one. Buy one Cole
Share.
Haan share."
Yeah.
And he was serious about that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. The next time I buy 100, so if you're gonna, it means you're spending a little bit more money, but guess what? You might end up getting in a year's time. You might end up getting the money back you paid for a couple of those shoes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But the point is, we don't even think like that. That to me, that sounds like a more of a transitional behavior, like you're trying to get somebody off a hard drug onto a slower drug and then to no drugs. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hmm.
But something like this, you really should go cold. And I read a book. My brother gave me a book when I was in college called one of the first books I read, like from front to back. Um, Rich Dad Poor Dad, right?
Hmm.
And Rich Dad Poor Dad by Kawasaki. And one of the things I learned in that book that I never knew before is the difference between asset and liability. And whenever I went into a store, that's how I used to talk myself out of buying stuff. I would say, is this an asset or is this a liability? Now, sometimes I'd say, okay, my shoes might get me some attention. I might get me a new customer, maybe. I don't know. Right? But the point is,
You find a reason.
sometimes I'd make it into an asset, but it's not
You
really an
stretch
asset.
it.
But most of the time, people expect me to look good. They expect a position to be dressed and have nice clothes on. They expect that, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, though, you have to ask yourself. I asked myself that question, and that's how I stood up. I would go in Walmart, bro. They would have them 80-inch TV in there for $200, and I'd just be standing there like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I noticed TV only can last about a year and a half because it's a Walmart TV, but I still could buy it. But I would tell myself, this is a liability. It's
Yeah.
not an asset. So
Okay.
put it down. And I try to
Yeah.
teach my daughter that lesson, even though she ain't got it yet. She only 13. She ain't got it yet. But she ain't got it yet. But we've given her the experience because some of you guys know she's away in school now. She's managing her own budget and stuff now. We allowed her to spend money to waste her money on a bunch of clothes. So go ahead, spend your money.
Mm.
She spent all of it. And then she's like, Mom, Dad, I don't have any money. He's like, yep, you are broke. Welcome. Welcome to being broke. Okay, Dad, what am I supposed to do? There's nothing you can do. You don't have a job. So you are now broke. And you have to wait 2 weeks until we send you some more money.
Yep.
So enjoy. So enjoy. You understand? You can't buy. She like to buy DoorDash and stuff all the time. DoorDash is like 4 times a week. She's got DoorDash.
DoorDash
Yeah,
is a
expensive.
scam.
Very
That's
expensive.
That's a scam, bro. That's the
No,
biggest
it
scam ever.
is the biggest scam.
Something that costs $8 by the time it gets to you is like $23.
And
Yep.
they want you to tip.
Yeah.
Man, so she learned. She is learning, but she still ain't got it yet. But the point I'm making is, asset and liability, and whenever we put our mind to purchasing something, you should challenge yourself. Do I need this? Is this going to benefit me? Is it an asset or is it a liability? Is there something in my budget? A second thing that I do, quick one, I put money aside for shopping. So I'm going away in a few weeks. I already have my shopping money. You know what I mean? I have one account, but I already have my shopping money to the side,
When
and
you
I know
say shopping
exactly
money, what you mean though?
money
Shopping money for things we want, for things
money
we
I can
need.
spend on whatever I want to spend it on.
Money you
Okay.
could play with.
Okay.
Money to play with,
Okay.
right?
Got you. Hmm.
So that's a finite amount. That's how much it is, and I just put it in my mind that hey, that's all my money. So if that goes to zero, I don't want to see that go to zero. So I might not end up spending all that money anyway.
Right.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Hmm.
So those are
Budget.
two things that I do to try to cut down on wasteful spending.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's smart. That's smart information. But and speaking about wasteful, I mean, let me just hit y'all with a little quick um thinking. What are some of the things people spend money on that you think is just stupid? And
Shoes.
we're gonna come back to that hair conversation in a future show. Just throwing it out there. I don't know why I said it just then, but we coming back to hair. All right. So yeah, for me, I'm thinking. Oh, go ahead. Since you're ready.
I said shoes.
I know
That's
what to
my
get into.
opinion.
Everybody ganging up on me. Everything cool.
No, no,
No.
no.
The
I ain't
wife
saying
Hey,
about
ganging on
shoes,
me.
bro.
validate it.
I ain't saying
Validate it.
about shoes.
Huh?
Validate it. Validate it. Why do you feel as though shoes is a stupid investment?
I mean, he said it himself. He spent $500 on a pair of shoes that he wore twice. The last time was 3 years ago. What was the purpose? That was not an asset.
Stupid.
I watched a commercial that was out a long time ago. It was a beverage commercial that said, "Like Mike, if I could be like Mike." Y'all remember that commercial? That the
Yes, sir.
beverage that they
I
were
do
trying
young
to
for
say.
that, bro.
I
I do
think that
young
was
for that. I don't
before
remember
my
that shit. I do
time.
young for that.
Yeah, but people was going around thinking if they drink Gatorade, they could be like Michael Jordan. So maybe some
No.
people feel as though if they wear a certain. I know there are people out there wearing it ain't none of y'all guilty wearing wearing certain Halloween costumes that look like tailor-made suits that have people voting them into office. So it's like if you dress the part, some people may believe, whatever it is. So okay, so something that stupid people spent. Oh, did I say that?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Some things that
Stupid things that people spend money
did.
on.
Money on. There you
yeah.
go.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Jeez. Oh,
You
it's
got
my turn.
you got any? I mean, if you have one.
Designer clothing.
Oh, yes. I second that.
Designer
Bu-
clothing.
Yep.
Buying the brand, thinking that it translates the quality.
Yes.
No,
Definitely.
no. Buying a brand when you don't have 2 pennies rubbed between your broke ass. That
I'm with
part.
your logic, Tyson. Because even
I
if you
know,
That
got the
right?
part.
money, I don't see the logic in spending money on a shirt simply because of whose name is on it.
No. I
Wow.
see that logic too. No. I agree. I agree 100% on that logic. Also,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
100%. But
Yeah.
yeah.
normally the people who buy designer brands, they want someone to see them as something that they're not. In
It's
my
Right.
dressing.
experience,
It's
Yeah.
dressing.
you know what I mean. Like it's many people I know right now that they have the whatever Balenciaga, whatever the hell you call it, stupid
Oh,
shit.
snap.
They have all these different type designer clothing, and they live with their mom.
Yep.
Straight up.
And I
I,
mean, the
I,
shirt
I don't even
has
drive. They catch a
someone's
bus.
initials over the entire thing.
That's it.
You're like a walking billboard for these
Yes.
people.
But
They won't
but
hear my voice.
gals falling for that though. Aunts,
Yeah, but anyway.
gals, not women, not ladies,
Okay, yeah, gals. Okay.
but
I was gonna say, what
gals
kind of gals these is though?
falling for that straight up front and center.
Oh.
But anyway, so is it stupid? I
Yeah.
think. Kent, you want to say what yours is before I say what mine is?
Yeah. I would say like even though it's not a actual product, I would say like going out and balling, like spending a bunch of money partying,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
Ten
Buying
like
Yeah.
ten
bottles.
going to
ten
a
thousand
nightclub,
dollar bottles.
buying bottles, trying to look like you're important.
Trying to look
Hold on,
cool.
though. Hold on. I got. I got. Hold on. Now, if if Dyson come over here to Florida and you come over here to Florida with me, right? When we go out to a bar, we I find a bottle.
No, but no, but
I
I
ain't buying a
mean,
bottle to impress nobody, but we the minutes.
Okay, let me
okay,
add that
I
part
mean,
then.
yeah,
or y'all could
okay.
pregame, buy the bottle at home, drink before,
No,
have a
no,
driver to the spot and not have
no.
to pay extra money on a bottle that's probably cheaper on the outside of the club or just
That's what
pay.
I would do, odds. That's
See?
what I would
Let me
do.
let me let me add let me qualify what I'm saying then.
Yeah.
We've all seen the guy or girl, but usually guy in the club a lot of times by himself with
Oh,
two
that
bottles
didn't.
in
Okay.
his,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm
That's
talking about. The two bottles in his hand like this, up in the
Okay.
air.
Hmm.
We got money up in here. Ain't nobody in here get more money than me. You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. I know.
That type of vibe.
Flashy.
That's
That
what I'm
ain't it.
talking about.
No, no.
And
Yeah, you're right.
that guy usually have no money at all.
None.
And that's the guy they're talking. That's what I'm talking about. I think like that, spending money unnecessarily. If we hanging out, bro, we don't hang out a lot.
Right.
On a special occasion, that's necessary. You got
Yeah.
people who do this week in, week out, month in, month out. Friday night
And
they
then
taking their pay.
late on the mortgage and the rent.
Yeah.
Right, they taking their paycheck. They taking their paycheck from the bank straight to the club,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they buying
Yeah,
cigars for everybody, and they buying drinks for everybody.
And
You know
then
what I mean?
borrowing
That's
money
what I'm
until
talking
they
about.
get to payday again.
Yeah.
they borrowing money to go do foolishness.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. So
I saw
yeah,
that it's on your hand, bro. What it is?
oh yeah, I just came back from Nova Scotia Music Week in Yarmouth,
When,
Nova Scotia.
when was that? Today?
That was this weekend. I just got
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
I just
very,
no man. I wash off. It cold. I watch yourself.
Oh, boy, if it cold, these dudes ain't bathed at all in that cold.
None.
At all, son. Cowboy
None.
all day.
All
But
day.
but fellas, I mean, talk to the man. I don't know what it is for women, and I know it ain't the same thing for men, right? Man, this is something that is, if anything keep you broke, let your children keep you broke, right?
Yeah.
Do not waste, do not invest your money in the hairy bank.
Elaborate. What's
What
the
about the
The
smooth bank?
hairy bank
What
has
about the smooth bank?
no smooth bank.
No
No,
hairy bank.
because the smooth bank,
Yeah.
the smooth bank got smooth from
Yeah.
being hairy because of your money.
Yeah. What about the watery leaky bank?
Don't do it in
Okay.
the
Cut the
All right.
listen,
parables. What?
listen.
What about the fishy bank?
About the
No,
what?
The fishy
Definitely
bank.
not did you say fishy
definitely
bank?
listen.
The
At
fishy
this
bank
point in
shouldn't
time,
get nothing but a shower.
don't put your money. If you could avoid it, invest your money in anything but the bank because the bank is not paying out interest anymore.
Yeah.
And the hairy bank had stopped paying interest long before that.
From the 60s, the hairy bank stopped paying.
Gentlemen, do not invest your money in the hairy bank and expect any type of return. You will stay broke. You will have
Yes.
no big screen TV. You will have
None.
no 100 pairs of shoes.
No.
You will have no new
6 feet.
hairdo or what? I said my piece. Final words. Anybody got any? That's my final word right there.
You know what? Since I come in last, let me take it first.
All right.
Gents, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Chase the money. Chasing the money, you'll never go broke. Chasing the hairy bank or the smooth bank or the watery bank, most likely you gonna go dead broke.
Broke.
Broke. Not just broke, but broken in the joke.
With
All
no
right.
bank.
So, in my opinion, take it from your uncle JP. Chase the money. And like me and my brother can't be always discuss. Never ever, as a man, I can't speak for women. As a man, me personally, I never arrived. You understand? Now, when I say arrived, what I mean by that is that my purpose hasn't stopped yet. My destination hasn't stopped yet.
Mhm.
Still a lot more to conquer. Still a lot more things to do in life in general. The minute you think you arrived is the minute you stop. And the minute you stop, if you didn't make that money work for you when you was on your destination, your money probably going to stop.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
stay motivated, stay proactive, because just speaking things without actions means nothing. You talk all day, you don't have no actions behind your words. You just talking. Prayers. I know it's a lot of you religious fanatics out there that think you could just go in the corner and kneel down and pray. All of a sudden, $1 million going to just fall out the ceiling and bump you in the head. It don't work that way.
Facts. For the
All right.
pastors, yeah. That's exact.
You have
Yes.
to be vigilant. You still have to be productive even during prayer. Help yourself so God can help you.
Mhm.
You know? So, so about it, man. Be productive, be proactive, and stay chasing your dreams, and you should be all right. And if not, don't come to me for no money. I ain't got no money like
You got to buy. You got TVs to buy. What
that.
and car
All that,
SUVs
all got a
on the
random
whim.
crap.
Okay, who got next? Anybody else got last words? Y'all
I'll
good?
go next. I'll go next. Quick story. Back in the day when the Nasty Five used to roll around, right?
I wasn't in that by the way, guys. That wasn't me.
Led by you.
Hold on. I remember clearly. We used to scrape up change.
Yeah, man.
We used to scrape change to go to Burger King.
Burger
And
King.
we used to drive to the drive-thru and we used to say,
Yes.
hey, could we have that poor man
Oh,
special?
man, special.
All right. And maybe what, 3 or 4 years later, Burger King actually started calling it a poor man
Oh,
special.
man, special.
That's
Yeah.
that's how often we used to go there and get that.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
a kid.
Right on the corner of Village Road.
It was a kid's meal. It was
Yes.
just a kid's meal for
Yeah.
$1.99.
Yeah.
$1.99.
We said it's poor man special. That's it. If you want 5 poor man special, please.
5 rate.
So that was dinner for the night. Even though we used to
Yes,
go
sir.
out and have fun or whatever, but guess what? We spending $2 on dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And that never changed who we were for each other. Whenever we could help each other or spend on each other as far as buying a drink or something like that, we did it.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we were close like that. If you don't have to don't feel like if you ever feel like you're pressured to spend money or demonstrate by using money that you have to show somebody how you feel about them by giving them money or showing them that you have money, man or woman, that ain't the person that you need to be spending time around.
Mhm.
I take it from a guy who's bought very expensive gifts at a very young age for girls. I'm talking about $400 earrings. I'm 15 years old, and I'm buying $400 earrings
True
for
story.
my quote-unquote girlfriend, who probably can't even find them right now. Right?
They're gone.
I'm talking about.
I can validate all this story too, by the way, guys. Go ahead, Ken.
I'm talking about just giving money. I remember this girl found that I had some extra money. Because I came into a big refund for whatever reason. I had $2,000 extra. She said, "Oh, can you give me $1,800?" I was like, "For what?" And she said, "Because I want it." And I gave it to her. I gave it to her to show her how I felt, or to show her, to get her to stay around me, to get her to like me.
Sign off, man. Dice. The show done. The show finished. Cut it off. Cut it off.
Hold on, that's not my wife. She's not my wife, by the way. She's
Shit.
not my wife, right?
Oh,
So obviously that ain't work. All right. So what I'm saying to you guys and women is, if you feel like you have to spend money to impress people around you, whether that's buying them stuff or buying stuff for them or buying stuff for yourself so that you can be around them, that's the wrong crowd.
Mhm.
Anybody who's really got your back, they don't care about how much money you have, or they don't care about how much money you can spend on them or what you give to them. They don't care about that. People who really got your back. The last thing I'm gonna say is, as a community also, and it's kind of alluding to what I said earlier, as the Black community, We need to learn to support our own brands.
Yes.
We need to learn to support our own communities because see, I'm wearing my boys' brand right here. Like
Yeah.
we spend a lot of money trying to look good wearing these brands that don't care about us at all. They don't care 1 ounce about us as a people, bro.
They
And they
think
will
we
take our
devalue
money.
their stuff.
Fendi will take your money. Gucci will take your
Mhm.
money.
Yeah.
Versace
Yeah.
and Balenciaga and all those guys who doing crazy stuff. And they can take your money and they'd be happy to take your money. You understand what I'm saying? But my if my boy here put his shirt on the road and say Bonafide, oh, we ain't buying that. Who he is? He ain't nobody. He's one of us. But we're not gonna buy from our own. We buy from people who don't care about us, who
Mhm.
straight up will show us that they don't like us before we
Yep.
support our own.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's got to change. That's really got to change. That's
Yep.
using your money wisely. That's investing in your own community and investing in your own people.
All that.
So that's my 2 points for you guys.
Boom. Fire. Anyone else?
Just
Ants?
something, yeah, just something simple. And that's just, for me, I just feel like balance is important. I know that, especially for people who work hard, I do feel like you deserve a treat. You deserve to treat yourself, whatever that may be. But to kind of touch on what Dr. Kent was saying earlier, just make sure that your money is working for you. For me, I feel like it's important to have savings. I feel like the savings should be the biggest part of what you have. Um, and then I feel like it should be a set of money that you set aside to play with if you want to, you know? And I feel like in that way, it kind of keeps you away from impulse overspending because
Mhm.
you already know that, okay, I have this amount of money. And if it's more than that, well, too bad. I can't get it,
Yep.
So just a bit of balance.
Quick point,
So
Dyson.
Mhm.
Quick
shoot.
point before we end.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me. I mean, this may not be a big deal to some viewers. You guys probably know, but in my opinion, the quickest way to save money, um, if you were to set your account up in a way where it's automatic, because we as adults, or maybe you guys not like this, but for me, if you say you're going to say put $200 aside each month at the end of the month in savings or whatever that may go. Sometimes it may be a bit much. Sometimes you may end up spending that money before you even get to that amount to put away. What people need to do, and I do this through multiple accounts. What you need to do where you just set it and forget it. Try saving $5 to $7 a day. Trust me when I tell you this. Set your accounts up where they're all linked up and they all take from that automatically $5 to $7, $3 a day for all I care. Before you know it, you're going to tend to forget you even doing it.
Right.
Trust me when I tell you this. And before you know it, at the end of the year, you have an extra 5 grand that's laying around. But if you have to actually remind yourself or remember to say, well, I'm getting paid this week. So this week I'm going to take 200, 200, 200 each week or each month, whatever, and put it somewhere. Sometimes a large amount is too much to swallow for certain
Yeah.
people, especially when you have things to do. So
Mm-hmm.
if you break it up in smaller amounts,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to see a better result because your mind wouldn't register $3 to $5 a day. And keep in mind, you spend that on lunch probably anyway.
Fine. Mm-hmm.
Nope.
So,
All right. Well, I was gonna say that one mentioned chasing the money, and I thought that would be a great walk right into next week's topic, which is get rich quick schemes. So we want to get into more about finance, more about how you should spend your money, how you should chase that money, and how you shouldn't. Or things that you should really be cautious and conscious of. That's it for episode 60 of the Sup'm Show. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you subscribe. Pick up to Ants, pick up to Juan, pick up to Doc Kent Bazard. And next week, we're doing this again. Same time, same place. Y'all be
yeah,
safe.
Dr. Kent Bazard is the cobbler.
Peace.
Peace.